Hey guys, welcome back to the Ramble. I am your hermetically sealed and insufferably inoculated host, Myreology Air, and this is Proletarian rodent-loving communally raised children. Elite academic rat-fucking bastards stand atop the shoulders of giants, pissing into the open, drooling, come-fuck-me mouths of midgets. Goblets raised and chairs abound as alluring tunes rise from the matriarchal maze at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. Well, actually, it's not giants anymore, the banshee screams and roars from atop the drooling pedestal. It's person of non-binary towering height. Check your testicular privilege. Nor is it midget, you inconsiderate penis wielder, the banshee will cry and carry on. It's person of strange and unexpected proportions. Got it? My bad. Sorry about the confusion. I'll try again. Elite academic rat-fucking bastards stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height, pissing into the open, drooling, come-fuck-me mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Goblets raised and chairs abound as alluring tunes rise from the matriarchal maze at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. Excuse me, cockcharger, the swollen siren sings again in exuberant delight at her orchestrated interruptions. We are neither the elite, nor are we rat-fucking bastards. In fact, we are the proletariat, the oppressed, the poor and the downtrodden. Rat-fucking bastards implies something negative in animal attraction to attractive animals. Always and ever one must be tolerant of other marginalized persons and their very marginalized attractions. Likewise, bastards in itself implies a negative in being born out of wedlock, when actually marriage is a patriarchal institution meant to enslave and subjugate women to the warlike will of men. Remove the hateful term bastards. Use instead communally raised blank slate children of no defined gender. That ought to do. As for rat fucking, we would recommend rodent-loving animal-attracted non-specific persons. Much apologizing, sir. Truly I am sorry. Allow me to start anew and afresh. Poor, oppressed, downtrodden, proletarian, academic, rodent-loving, animal-attracted, non-specific, communally raised blank slate children of no defined gender stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height, pissing into the open, drooling, come-fuck-me mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Goblets raised and chairs abound as alluring tunes rise from the matriarchal maze at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. Hey fuckface! The chunky Wonder Woman look-alike neatly interrupts again. Pissing will not do in this day and in this age of the cosmic current year, as this implies male dominance, due to its rather aggressive tone and turn of phrase. The far less masculine, way more feminine and thusly and of course far less dominant and aggressive, more nurturing, caring and inclusive term, tinkling, would fare far better, we feel. And drooling? Really? This will not and cannot stand. It does not even sit. Did you not once stop to think and ponder and consider and, not least of all, feel how the marginalized population of mentally and emotionally underdeveloped would react to this? They might be offended. In fact, we ourselves are highly offended and literally triggered at this. Replace with watering this instant, lest you offend some of our mentally and emotionally underdeveloped persons of marginalized girth and non-binary emotional maturation. We also feel that your use of "come fuck me" is highly problematic, due to it being said in a rather submissive tone. Instead, use the term "I consent to not being raped due to this sexual encounter being a consensual sexual encounter." Ah, I got it, jiggling jaded Jezebel. Please allow me to try again. Poor, oppressed, downtrodden, proletarian, academic, rodent-loving, animal-attracted, non-specific, communally raised blank slate children of no defined gender stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height. Tinkling into the open, watering "I consent to not being raped due to this sexual encounter being a consensual sexual encounter" mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Goblets raised and chairs abound as alluring tunes rise from the matriarchal maze at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. Actually, you overprivileged sperm carrier, Did you not know that not everyone have the strength or the limbs to raise a goblet? Also, not every person can afford a goblet. For lack of goblet, use plastic container. We would also like to add that a not insignificant amount of persons lack the ability or the courage to cheer. Some persons are mute, whilst other persons struggle with anxiety, hindering their ability to cheer in public. Or be in public, for that matter. Fix this immediately. Very well, big bulbous sister of sudden salivation. I shall. Sorry. So sorry. Poor, oppressed, downtrodden, proletarian, academic, rodent-loving, animal-attracted, non-specific, communally raised, blank-slate children of no defined gender stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height, tinkling into the open, watering, I consent to not being raped due to this sexual encounter being a consensual sexual encounter mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Plastic containers stand untouched on tables. Profound silence mixed with some token throaty sounds abound as alluring tunes rise from the matriarchal maze at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. Well now, shitlord of the dueling balls. Seems we are getting somewhere at last. Though alluring will not do, as that is way too sexual in its strange implications. This may, in fact, trigger and offend someone. We recommend either boring or lack of as a proper substitute, though the choice is ultimately yours as to which of these substitutes you feel comfortable with. And considering that there exist persons out there who are deaf or who are startled at sudden sounds, struggling with migraines and other similar issues, we would propose removing tunes altogether. As for matriarchal, that's just plain wrong. Surely you are frightfully aware that we live in a patriarchal society in which women, especially mothers, are beat down and subjugated, enslaved all the time and everywhere. You cannot use rise. It can trigger those persons who have been made unwilling victims to the rising, that is, erection, of a penis. Everything here is so androcentric, it is making us feel ill. Likewise, maze feels very problematic, as it is literally insulting to persons who lack a sense of direction, who are blind or otherwise incapable of properly figuring out where to go. We would recommend a straight line. Yes, big red rodent with a puckered smacking lips. Sorry yet again. I'll do my very best. Poor, oppressed, downtrodden, proletarian, academic, rodent-loving, animal-attracted, non-specific, communally raised, blank-slate children of no defined gender stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height, tinkling into the open, watering, I consent to not being raped due to this sexual encounter being a consensual sexual encounter mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Plastic containers stand untouched on tables. Profound silence mixed with some token throaty sounds abound as a dull and boring quiet, made especially for the deaf and for those triggered by noise and for those struggling with migraines, lay completely still in the terrifyingly evil patriarchal straight line pointing at the corner of hysteria and mass psychosis. We have to interrupt you once again. There is yet another problem. Hysteria is an old, archaic, highly misogynistic and thusly problematic and offensive term, made for no other reason than to shame women into silence and servitude under pain of forced psychiatric imprisonment. We find it very triggering and feel remarkably unsafe due to it being used here and in this manner. We demand you use female identifying justified acting out instead. You should also be aware that mass psychosis is a terrifying term, for sure, as this offends and further marginalizes persons of a non-binary mental makeup, as well as offending the commune and collective of our fair global harmony, as it implies that every mass has the potential to turn psychotic, that every collective will one day become an unthinking mob. Change it to something more suitable, something less offensive and more inclusive. Yes'm, Big Mama. I shall try to please once again. Terribly sorry about this mix-up. Poor, oppressed, downtrodden, proletarian, academic, rodent-loving, animal-attracted, non-specific, communally raised, blank-slate children of no defined gender stand atop the shoulders of persons of non-binary towering height, tinkling into the open, watering, I consent to not being raped due to this sexual encounter being a consensual sexual encounter mouths of persons of strange and unexpected proportions. Plastic containers stand untouched on tables. Profound silence mixed with some token throaty sounds abound as a dull and boring quiet, made especially for the deaf and for those triggered by noise and for those struggling with migraines, lay completely still in the terrifyingly evil patriarchal straight line, pointing at the corner of female identifying justified acting out and glorious mass inclusion. Actually, come to think about it, not every person is able to afford a table. And that, I think, is that for this ramble. I hope you enjoyed it more than my previous ramblings. Should you wish to support the blog, channel and whatever else in any way you feel is suitable, please check out the links down below. Thank you very much for listening. This is my Reality here, signing off.